as always, joined by Rob after our performances, win or lose. And today it's a win, 2-0 for the boys against a very competitive, decent Binfield outfit.
Yeah, one thing we sort of, in the build up to the game, looking at them and how we wanted to set up, we were sort of conscious that they've scored quite a few goals this season, 4, but we're also aware that they could be got out of the back as well. So I think the goal that actually sealed it in the end, the second from Shams was a nice counter attack, and he's buried it nicely. So, but yeah, we had to scrap that out a little bit today. It wasn't pretty at times, especially towards the end of the first half. They had a real spell of possession and pressure on us for probably the last 10-15 minutes of the first, and then second half, not overly threatening our goal, but we did have to work for it. But on that side of things, it was pleasing, because we maybe haven't been that dogged in our way we've defended in sort of 2 or 3 games, especially the cup games. So it's pleasing to get a scruffy one over the line.
Yeah, I mean, what's my thoughts? Otherwise, we've got nothing to say to you and ask you questions about. We looked far more organised at set pieces. We looked determined not to give our shape away. As you say, it was scrappy. It wasn't all fluid football throughout the game. And second half, I felt we did improve. And whether we deserved to be in charge at half time, I don't know. But overall, yeah, we probably did shade it, I think. And as you say, we won and we scrapped it.
Yeah, I think the defensive side of things was probably what's most pleasing today. 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗏 and Hayden. Obviously, Hayden's not playing a lot of football this year, and he's still trying to get himself up to match sharpness. But the pair of them defended our box really well today. I thought, they got good distances on their clearances. They won their first headers and first contacts in and around the box, and yeah, it was a big difference today in that area.
And we brought in, since we last spoke, 𝗦𝗘𝗥𝗙𝗙 up front, and I mean, he's a strong lad, and he looks as though he's going to add something to the team and the squad.
Yeah, he just gives us, I think since we lost George, obviously in the summer, we've been sort of trying to find that more of a focal point through the central 9 position, and I think actually 𝗦𝗘𝗥𝗙𝗙 will give us that option sort of as and when we need it. Again, he's another one who's missed a fair bit of football, so we've got to try and get a bit more sharpness into him as well.
So today there was a few substitutions, some of them were tactical, and some of them maybe boys picking up knocks. What was the thinking behind all 5 boys, all substitutions, and some of them, as I say, were definitely tactical?
Yeah, I think obviously, you make your subs as and when to maybe sometimes just try and bring a little bit more energy into the game. We made 2 at half time because we felt that, we needed that little bit of injection in there, and also, I think we needed to control the ball a little bit better than what we were in the first half, and that was the thinking behind the subs at half time. And obviously Kai's been out for a while, so I know he was a sub on and then we subbed him off again, but he still put a good shift in after Jayden's injury in the first half. So yeah, and that was just a pure injury, Jayden, so we'll have to see how he is.
You got to feel for Jayden. He's had injuries, and hopefully it's not too serious, and he'll be all right. But I know we need to give it a little bit of time to let the swelling go down. He's just been telling me his knee's a little bit swollen, so we'll see. But yeah, that's something we'll wait and see what happens with. I mean, there wasn't really too many contentious moments today. I think that both teams played the game fairly, and I think that the summary of it is well done. It's a game, it's a win, and it's a scrappy win, and you need them over the season. So yeah, great.
Yeah, 100%. It's not always going to be pretty, and that was probably the thing for us today, that we do like to play a nice brand of football, and we didn't quite get that going today. So whether that was maybe us having an off day, or credit to Binfield, they didn't let us play as well as we wanted to, but like I said, we scrapped it and we got it over the line in the end, and 3 points is all that matters.
And it is, and over 40 odd games, if you're winning in scrappy games, I think that suggests that like we said last week when we were a little bit disappointed, there's definitely something there with these boys, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%. There's still things that we need to keep working on in training and trying to improve on, and as a group, and we keep doing that. So yeah, onwards and upwards.
Let's enjoy tonight then, and we'll be back on Tuesday against Littlehampton.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.